Nightly Gaming here, and I've got some more relevant information for you guys on how to become a better player. Today we're going to talk about Pidgeys. And so why are we talking about Pidgeys? Well, a bunch of reasons. First of all, they're super common and everybody's able to get them. They drop literally everywhere. And second, you can evolve them into very, very powerful monsters. And I use these three Pidgeys, which evolve into Pidgeotto, which is right here. And then the third evolution is the Pidgeots that you see here. Alright, so first of all, let's talk about getting Pidgeys. So you're going to get all types of Pidgeys. The first thing you're going to notice is that they're going to have all different combat power. So this one has super low combat power, right? 23 combat power. That's crazy low. And then you have Pidgeys here that is like, you can see the arch above his head. It's like 70 to 80% towards the max combat power. So 322, that is pretty high combat power. Alright, so first thing, you're going to want to transfer all your low combat power ones. Get rid of them. It's going to give you back candy, and that's gonna make it worth it because it's gonna help you evolve your other ones. But as far as saving them, like even if they have the exact right abilities, like even if it's just the right abilities you want as far as quick attack and air cutter, the thing is when you evolve them, those can potentially change. Alright, we couldn't transfer. It's because of those silly server issues. Alright, so I bet I just taught you something you didn't know there. When you evolve a monster, their special abilities and even their normal attacks can actually change. Maybe you didn't even know there was different choices. So let's go through all the Pidgeys that I got here. There's first attack is quick attack. It's got a 10 damage attack, then air cutter 4 bars and 25. Then we go through these Pidgeys. We got Tackle, different attack. It's 12 instead of 10. And then Twister, which is a dragon attack, and it's 5 blue bars. And here we have Tackle once again, Aerial Ace, 4 bars. We've got Tackle, Air Cutter. And we've got Tackle, Aerial Ace. And then we've got Quick Attack, Air Cutter. And then on the evolved version, it's still the same thing. We got Twister, which is a dragon attack and does 15, and this version of Twister has got 5 blue bars, and then wing attack, which is 12. And then on these Pidgeots, we've got air cutter 25 with 4 blue bars, wing attack for 12. We've got wing attack once again, hurricane 1 blue bar 60, and then hurricane 1 blue bar 60, and steel wing 15. So how do we make sense of all this? How do we know which one to save, which one not to save? I mean, what should you do? Should you save all your Pidgeys? Alright, so calm down. I'm going to teach you guys everything you need to know. Alright, so the first thing, as I've said, save your high combat power Pidgeys, because it doesn't matter if you've got the exact right abilities on a low combat power one, because first of all, those abilities can change when you evolve it. And second of all, it would take so much Stardust and candy to invest it into it to put it to the max combat power for your level. It would be insane, like not worth it, like not even close to worth it. It would literally take like a thousand Pidgey candies and tens and tens of thousands of Stardust to be able to do that. So definitely not worth it. You only want to save your high combat power once. Second thing, since the abilities can change when you evolve it, you want to pay close attention to which special ability and which main ability you got. So we see we got winged attack, air cutter there, and then another winged attack and hurricane here, and then we've got steel wing here. And steel wing is a steel attack, and so you always want to consider the type of attack, because some types of attacks are weaker towards other types, and some are stronger versus other types, and some are neutral. So that's going to factor into it. And you would think that, well, this says 15 and the other ones both say 12. Well, the one that says 15 is obviously better, right? Well, that's not true, actually. I have evolved these Pidgeots with as close in combat power as I possibly can. And you can see there's a little bit of variableness in them, but pretty much they're the same. We got 104 hit points. Here we've got 104 hit points there, and we've got 108 hit points here. So still relatively the same. Now I got the combat power close, but it's not going to be perfect, and that's because combat power is the overall value of everything on the Pokemon. So it's not a good control group just to get those exactly the same, because there's other things that factor into it. But it's good enough that we can do some testing. And using these three Pidgeots, what I found is that the basic attack Steel Wing here is actually, I mean it hits for 3 damage more. However, well, first of all, it doesn't seem like it hits that hard. Maybe just because it's a steel attack, and the other one is a different kind of attack, the flying attack. But the fact is that Steel Wing on that bird, super slow. It's incredibly slow. And what I don't know is whether it's slow because all Steel Wing abilities are slow, or because look at the weight on this bird. It's 32.2 kilograms. That's insane. Look at my other two birds, 1 kilogram. Look at this other bird, 25 kilograms. So actually this seems to be the middle one. This light one just happens to be my best one. Now I don't know if that's because it's light. Look, it says extra small on it. I don't know, but here's two things I do know. This is my highest damage per second bird, and also the Hurricane special ability builds up faster than this Hurricane ability on this bird. It takes 4 or 5 more hits with Steel Wing for me to be able to fill up that Hurricane. And I think, if I were to venture a guess, I would guess that's because this is a 32 kilogram weight bird, and this is an extra small weight 1 kilogram bird. So do some testing for yourself, guys. Find out which ones you like. I'm pretty sure weight is a factor, but also the ability is a factor. Don't feed a monster. Don't transfer a monster just because their basic attack is a little lower than a brother or sister Pokemon that has like 1 or 2 more attack, because it really all depends on how fast you're attacking. Like I've got it like this Arcanine right here. Its bite does 6, right? But it's a super fast attacker and actually does a ton of damage and hits pretty hard. Alright, so last thing I want to talk about on building your best Pidgeot. We talked about the special abilities, we talked about looking at the weight, we talked about testing it out to see which ones actually do attack faster. The next is special ability. And you can see like Hurricane here, it says 60 and it's 1 bar. And then if we would go to this Pidgeot, it says Air Cutter 25 and it's 4 bars. And when you see that basically means you're going to be able to fill up that bar 4 times faster than the previous one that's just a solid blue bar. So if you do the math, you say, okay, one full bar for 60 damage, this is 4 for 25. Well, that's 100 damage. That should be 40 damage more. But actually, you have to factor into the fact that it takes like time, like a second or two, to do the actual animation of the special ability. And so 25 damage is not that much when you have to take like 2 seconds to do the actual animation, because the bar's got to fill up, the screen zones in a little bit, gets black on the top and bottom. That takes some time, and in that time you could have attacked 2 or 3 times already with winged attack. like I don't ever use the special ability on this Pidgeot anymore because it's just a waste of time. They're both flying attacks anyway. It's not like I'm going to be gaining an advantage if it was like, you know, like one of my other ones here. It's like steel and flying, and then this one right here, flying and flying, but like sometimes there'll be like a dragon attack or something like that. I'm not gaining any advantage anyway. However, my take on the ones with the big hit bars that actually do a lot of damage, like this one, 60 damage is quite a bit of damage, and especially with this fast monster, I'm filling up that attack bar super fast. So I actually do use Hurricane every single time because, you know, just a couple seconds for the animation is worth 60 damage. I wouldn't be able to do, you know, 4 or 5 flying winged attacks in that period of time anyway, so I use Hurricane whenever possible. So those are things to consider when you're building your Pidgeot, guys. I definitely would build one. It's so easy to do so. It's really easy to keep them at max combat power 2. Now, I actually don't have these at the max. They're like at 90% of the max combat power, just because I've been trying to, you know, keep like my Arcanine up. And you see I've got 43 candies, and I need to power him up just like 4 or 5 more times to get him as high as possible. But these Pidgeots, especially for starting players, are really strong monsters, and it's not going to be hard for you to get the right one because they drop all over the place. So just evolve them. You're going to get 500 experience from evolving them anyway, 1,000 if you have a lucky egg. So just start evolving your high combat power ones, and then seeing what their weight changes to, what their abilities change to, and if it's something you like. And remember, don't knock it until you've tried it, because it might have a low attack. It might be like, you know, a 10 instead of a 12 or 15. But test it out, and if they're super fast, it might actually be worth it. And then the last thing. Go for those big hitting special abilities, because the animation takes a couple seconds, and it's definitely not going to be worth it if your special ability is only hitting for like 25 or something like that. So anyway, guys, that's it. Go ahead and build your awesome Pidgeots. They are great. They are great Pokemon. I use mine all the time, and I hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you did, don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe for more content every single day. And as always, remember, if you want to win your fight, watch the night.